Lane said you got hurt pretty early. Just how are you feeling right now?
I'll be good.
Lane also said that during a season, teams are going to have to win games in different sorts of ways. To win a game, last week it was the offense, this week was the defense. What does that mean to show that you guys can win these sorts of games?
Yeah, definitely wasn't pretty. I think it says a lot about a team if you're able to come out with a win like this. I just feel like I guess it just kind of happens with Arkansas. It's always just a weird game, I guess. But yeah, shout out to the defense. They definitely put this one on their back this week and pulled us through.
Jaxson, you guys had a big drive last week to get back into a game and ultimately win it. Today in the fourth quarter, they took a lead, like 13 minutes to go or something. You guys drove 75 yards, 12 plays, had a fourth down conversion. Can you just talk about that drive a little bit, and also just kind of in the moment, did you sort of sense the importance of it?
Yeah, absolutely. We knew that we weren't playing to our standard, and sometimes that's just the game, and sometimes it just kind of works out that way, and you got to find a way to just pull it out. And I think it was just like an alert, a wake-up call, I guess you would say, for them taking the lead. And you just look at the guys, and they all knew that we had to have a sense of urgency, that we had to score that drive, and that was the only thing that there's no way we were coming off the field without scoring on that drive.
Yes. Having these past two games kind of go similar ways with how y'all pulled out the win. What's the message off of those? What can you learn heading into the bye week from these 2 weeks?
Yeah, well, the bye week's huge, just being able to get guys healthy, and got some guys banged up, so that'll be really nice. But, these are games that you learn a lot from. I think kind of takes back to, like, our week in practice. Kind of talked to some of the guys after the game, and we were just like, we didn't really practice to our standard this week, and we just got to do a better job holding each other accountable, each rep, each day, and really compete to be great in each moment, whether it's practice or in a game or a walkthrough or anything like that. So, it's just something that you can learn off of.
Jaxson, last week. There we go. Last week, you guys, LSU goes on a run. You guys are down in the fourth by a couple scores. Then you end up, pulling it out and winning that one. Tonight, it's somewhat similar. Arkansas goes on a little bit of a run, takes a lead, but then y'all end up, finding a way to win it in the end. What do you think that kind of says about your team, the way that y'all are able to kind of rally and win these games as of late?
Yeah, well, a saying that Coach Kiffin's been saying lately is to stay calm through the storm. So, we kind of just keep that as, anytime we face any sort of adversity, don't freak out. Don't be too high, don't be too low. Stay calm and just trust our process that we put in, from the whole off season to, our preparation leading up to the game. Just trust the process, and ultimately, if you stay level-headed like that, you're able to make better decisions, and you're able to execute plays at a higher level.
So, Jaxson, of course, bye week again, you just talked about how helpful this is going to be. Of course, healing process, but also focusing in on those practices. But what do you think you want to work on personally for your game just in this bye week, specifically before you guys head to Auburn?
Yeah, well, I'm really interested to turn on the tape, see, what I need to clean up and that stuff. Probably just like, my consistent leadership of being consistent throughout the game. Making sure that we keep the guys on the same page, whether it's the first drive or our fourth or fifth drive in the game, keeping the same mindset. And the biggest thing is probably just through practices and that stuff, just being a good leader and hold each other accountable. To make sure that we execute the right way and play to our standard each and every rep.
He didn't put up the numbers he did last week, but can you just talk about the winning plays Quinshon made, in particularly on that last drive?
Yeah, absolutely. He just finds a way to make things happen, when there's not a lot there at times. So, had a huge run today. If he wasn't tired, he would have housed it, but he was pretty gassed on the run. But, yeah, those are huge momentum swings, especially, when you're down like that and you get a big run. And, you can just kind of feel it when you watch him run that, a good thing's about to come out from it. So he's a really great player and can, when plays are there, he makes them, and then even when plays are not there, he still finds a way to make a play.
Talk about the spark that Bentley gives you guys.
Yeah, he's a stud. He practices the exact same way he plays. I'm sure coaches hit on that, but he's such like a big energy builder for our team, and a great guy in the locker room, and just a guy that we trust a lot. So he's also very electric. Him and Quinshon are just very different in how they run the ball. So you can kind of see that. When Dew comes in the game, it's a completely different look than what they've seen from Quinshon, and he's super shifty and can make a lot of people miss in the open field. So he's pretty electric with his legs, and just a huge part of our team, and a huge depth piece for us, and he makes great plays.
Jaxson, I guess we're kind of sitting here again after a win, maybe nitpicking a little bit. Is it possible in your mind to play a complete game against an SEC opponent? And if so, what's standing between this team and that, in your view?
Yeah, I think it's definitely possible. But in the SEC, you play the best competition in the country each and every week. So, regardless of what a record says, you see it, just scores around the league. Like, you don't expect some teams to make it close, or you don't expect some teams to win, and they win. So you just got to, you got to practice the right way. You got to prepare the right way. And like I said, you got to stay calm through any adversity. You're always going to face adversity in a game. So you just got to be able to weather that out. I think the more experience that we get with one another, and just moments like this week and last week, like very different games of how they're played, different sides of the ball won the game, and I think you just learn a lot from that. I think you gain a lot of trust from the guys around you, and like I said, you learn from it.
How do you feel like you personally were able to benefit from your team's strong rushing performance tonight?
Yeah, well, anytime you can run the ball, it makes it a lot easier for the quarterback. I thought, we kind of just hurt ourselves getting into third and longs from penalties and that stuff. So at times when you get into third and longs, it's hard to throw the ball because they know you're going to throw the ball. But anytime you can lean on a run game, it opens everything up in the passing game. So that's why it's a huge point of emphasis for our team to stay balanced.
Jaxson, you're coming off of back-to-back weeks where you've had to come back from behind and win the game, yet you've managed to not turn the ball over at all in consecutive weeks. What have you done as a quarterback to clean up your game and limit turnovers?
I just think that you can't have the mindset of you have to make a big play every single play. You gotta, plays are going to happen, and I'm going to be able to make something happen out of nothing at times. But when nothing's there, just check the ball down or play the next play. Sometimes the other team, they have really good players too, so sometimes they're just going to make a play. But you just got to take what the defense gives you, and Coach Kiffin emphasizes this a lot. That anytime you have the ball in your hands, you got the whole team with your hands. So a big point of emphasis, and what I want to improve on from last year was my turnovers. So I just feel more comfortable in the offense, and I just feel like I'm seeing things a lot better. So I'm able to make better reads, play in and play out.
Jaxson, this was a grinder tonight. Just wondering, what was the mood in the dressing room after the game?
It was definitely a relief to win. We could have easily been on the other side, and it would have been terrible. But we all know that we didn't play the way that we were supposed to play, and sometimes just games they're just not pretty all the time. So it was kind of just like look at yourself in the mirror. Figure out what you got to improve on, attack it the next week, and you can't hold back on the things that you got to improve on. You got to go, take it on the chin, and just improve week in and week out, because that's what's gonna, if you want to make it to the very end, that's what you have to do.
I bet the other side of the room, the defensive side, felt pretty good though.
Oh hell yeah, they played awesome.
Talk about that.
Yeah, in our player meeting this week, the defensive guys, they were proud of the offensive side of the ball, being able to pull it out last week. And I think that, Coach Golding had a great plan coming into the game. I thought the guys really attacked the week on that side of the ball really well. And, they had a great plan coming into the game, was just stop the run. Last time we played them, I don't even know how many yards they rushed for, but You know, I think we held their running back to a very low number, and you know, I just think that they were very determined. You know, we wanted to get our get back. That was important to us, and you know, they took it head on. And made huge adjustments throughout the week, and you know, that's a good offense over there. They got some really good players, got a really good running back and a really good quarterback, and they shut them down. So I was super proud of them.
Questions? Okay, thanks, Jaxson.
Thank you.